The top dog, I know these niggas all want my position. Cause I'm putting up numbers like a statistician. The king back like LeBron when he returned to Cleveland. Time to spread the bag around, make sure we all eating. Heard some niggas think they got us, guess we all even.
A young woman loses her life waiting in the emergency room with chest pain. And we're gonna listen to the story and then talk about it.
25-year-old Tashonna Ward was a daycare teacher, and to her family, pure sunshine.
She was loved by everybody. That was my baby.
But on January 2nd, her family says she became a victim of a terrible mistake. Waiting so long in the emergency room, she left for an urgent care and died. At 4:30, Ward texted her mother she was going to the hospital with chest pains and trouble breathing. According to the medical examiner, by 4:58, staff at Milwaukee's Froedtert Hospital gave Ward an EKG and chest x-ray, which showed an enlarged heart. Around 7:30, Ward posted on Facebook, something needs to be done with the emergency system. She says she was told it could be 6 hours, so she left, heading for an urgent care. She never made it.
Dispatch, 116 transferring for your...
At 9:25, she was pronounced dead.
She had a lot of dreams, and her life ended way too soon.
In a statement, the hospital expressed sympathy, but said it can't comment further. The family has hired an attorney. Dr. Martha Gulati, a cardiologist who's read the medical examiner's report, says Ward's story is far too common for heart patients.
Younger people have the greatest delays in even initiating care. We say it's worse to be a woman, and it's worse to be a young woman. It's also worse to be a young Black woman.
Tonight, Ward's family calling for change while mourning the bright light they've lost. Kristen Dahlgren, NBC News.
I used to work for a hospital almost 12 years, and I'm definitely in agreement with what this woman is saying. The emergency room waits are far way too long. And of course, on some periods, they become overwhelmed. They get a higher volume than others. I can say that it does appear that African Americans they're treated, first of all, let's go here. These medical professionals really believe that African Americans have a higher tolerance for pain than other races. And don't add in the fact that you're young. It's a perception that you're more healthy. You'll probably be okay, right? And of course, they have to operate in what's more severe. But it's not that many. I'm sure not that many gunshot wounds came in that night. Okay, so what's really going on here? To wait almost 6 hours, the young lady posted the message on social media, basically saying that it could be up to 6 hours. So she left. I mean, people don't have all night to spend in an emergency room when they have an emergency. And it's unfortunate because these workers, even when because I used to be a clinical assistant, a nursing assistant. A clinical assistant does like dual roles because you know they want to get more bang for their buck. So you be the secretary sometimes and you work the floor. We work the hardest. Then you have the nurses, and those that do work we are grateful for. They bust their behinds, but there are some sorry nurses. And then let's not include the doctors that are dragging their ass like their God's gift. And the thing about it is they're very valuable to the hospital, so they can get away with more than other workers. You can't be messing up as an assistant because you're replaceable. They get your ass up out of there and put you with somebody else. But these doctors, they're literally like kings in the hospital. So if they're sitting in a corner talking, wasting time instead of moving like this, because you have to. In an emergency room, you gotta keep it moving. You might be overwhelmed, but you gotta keep it moving. Because at the end of the day, this is a job you signed up for. Just like me, I knew when I was working at the hospital, I understood what I signed up for. My primary focus is the patient. It's not about you, it's about the patient. After a while, it became very tiring. It became a lot, so I had to get out of it. It's a draining job, so we do need to appreciate the workers that do their job because it's not an easy job. Especially if you're working a 12-hour shift, but at the end of the day, when you sign up for it, you have to do it. So the fact that this woman lost her life, that is unacceptable. Now, I don't know if they'll be able to sue because the young lady did leave and did not wait. I don't know how that goes. They got an attorney, and they were saying that laws are on the side to protect patients in this manner, but I don't know, I mean, how it would go, because it's patients that have signed out of the hospital, and they call it leaving AMA, against medical advice. It's people who do that because they feel like they're not getting the proper care. And I'm telling you for a fact, a white patient will get better care than black patients. If black patients have anything, let's say they've got all the dead skin on, or they don't look as kept as they should be, and often it's from neglect, nurses are more reluctant to work with them and touch them. It's true, it's unfair, and they don't give a damn. They don't give a damn because it's not their loved ones, and whatever's going on in their minds, their prejudices or their bias or whatever, the result is the same, that black people are not getting the care that they deserve. You can have a Caucasian patient that stay on a light for all type of stupid stuff and they get what they need, but let a black person call and be legitimately in pain, it's an issue. Oh, they pain seeking and all that. So this stuff is real. This is not a joke. I don't know what they're going to do, but these doctors, and especially with the health care and different things like that, doctors are losing money. Some of them not necessarily in the hospital, but I'm just talking all abroad. They have to leave their private practices and join with other doctors. So it's a lot of stuff going on financially, and all of these things play into care. It does. We live in a world that's more about profit than anything. You're just a number. Hell, they could take your body, harvest it for parts, and stitch somebody else up together. To them, you're not that important. You're just another number. How much can we suck this number dry, and when we don't give a damn no more, we'll toss it to the side. That's the reality of what we're facing here in the world. So my condolences goes out to this mother. I can't imagine losing a child. My children are young, and as parents, your thought is that you go before your kids. That's the natural order of things. She was going to the ER to get help. She felt something was wrong with her chest pains, and she did not get the help that she needed, only to lose her life is a problem. And the thing about going to an urgent care isn't even fit for chest pain and stuff like that. They will send you back to the ER. So she doesn't know that, obviously, because she was looking for urgent care. She wouldn't have went if she thought that they couldn't help her. She's just, I've got an issue, I need it to be fixed. And unfortunately, nobody fixed it. So the system, man, it really sucks. And I think we need to start putting heat on these medical professionals or these systems. I don't know, writing these hospitals, constantly flooding the news with this stuff so we can get some resolve, because they've got to feel the heat to do better, because this is unacceptable. Somebody lost, again, a daughter, a cousin, sister, niece. You know, it's not right. So leave your thoughts in the comments. Thank you.